Tito with another vid. How y'all coming? Possible crash out. Waiting to happen. Get right into it, man. This is gonna be another one of my somber, not very enthusiastic vids. But I believe in transparency and letting people know to a certain extent, what's going on with me and how the world is working right now. Right now things have been tough. Living situation wise, I'm dealing with multiple factors as far as family, because I'm a family oriented person. I'm a Cancer sign, for those who don't know, very heavily on family. And there's several factors of family as far as dealing with them and members who I have to tolerate right now, regardless of if I want to or not. Um, yeah, living situation wise, I have an expiration date as far as me being in this living situation I'm in currently with family. February, all things considered, if something doesn't go, if every, according to plan, I will be homeless, living in the street. I have nobody to depend on. I have nobody I trust. I have nobody that give a damn about me. People might be like, you don't have nobody? You don't have nobody that cares and, cares about you and none of that? I have no one. I've cut off a lot of my family at this point that I see I should have been did this, but in recent days, in the recent year, I've cut off a lot of family that I felt were holding me back in some shape, form, or fashion, which they were. And I have no friends because I believe in the nowadays, for sure, you can't trust really anybody. And it's showing day by day. There's an example that you can't really trust nobody. I was a person who was always make everybody happy type of guy. Try to stay on everybody's good side type of person, until it weighed down on my life as far as who gonna make me, happy and stay on, my good side. Nobody give a damn when it comes down to me, but I care so much, you know, and that's kind of gonna just go into the fact that don't give your love away too freely, if you're that kind of person. Your love needs to be, love yourself. It's nothing wrong with loving people, but love those who choose to love you. If you're not getting love, true love, from people that you expect to get it from, but you pouring it into them, you're not gonna have any love for yourself. Let me repeat that. If you're pouring your love into somebody or people who are not giving you the same in return, because love is a reciprocal thing. If you're pouring your love into somebody and they're not pouring it into you, you need to stop now before it's too late, because you ain't gonna have no love left for yourself, because you so pouring so much of it into somebody or people that don't pour none into you. And I'm kind of a end result of that. Now I'm dealing with the repercussions of pouring my love into people for years and not pouring enough into myself. And now I'm dealing with the consequences of that. So you don't want to become me with nobody to love you back, and you damn near don't love yourself. because all the love you've been putting out and dishing out to everybody else who didn't deserve it in the first place. Like I said, I have nobody I can depend on, nobody I could trust, nobody I value as far as giving a damn about what I got going on and vice versa. I'm in a living situation where I have people, or a specific person I should say, praying on my downfall, along with other people that I've turned my back on because of said giving out love that I didn't receive. Also in my family wishing and praying for my downfall. So I have to speak affirmations every single day that no weapon formed against me, mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, or financial, shall prosper. And I have to say these affirmations multiple times a day so that they'll manifest. Because there are people literally praying and wishing for my downfall, as T Grizzly say. They praying on my downfall, and I have people that are literally doing that. They don't want to see me succeed. They don't want to see me with X, Y, Z. They don't want me at this point in life. They don't want to see me make it. And right now, I feel like to a certain extent, they are winning. Regardless of me speaking the affirmations or not. I went to several interviews this month alone, trying to find me employment. I've been unemployed for about 9 months, since December 2024. And I've been looking for a job for about the whole year of 2025. Now, statistically, there are no jobs. The jobs that are available are at a record low. There are more people that are out of work right now currently than there are even jobs available. If you go look up the statistics in the year 2025, and I believe it hasn't been this low since 2021 around COVID. So we're at a record low right now for jobs available for people right now in the United States of America. This is something that I'm understanding it's affecting me directly because I haven't been able to find anything for over 9 months now. As I said, I went to several interviews this month alone, and as well as the interviews went in person, which I felt each one of these interviews went pretty well in person, I got rejected by each one of these interviews. Not even a confirmation call in regards to the rejection. I'm sent an email. We appreciate you applying, but we're looking for something that is outside of your whatever the hell. I don't even bother once I get it. And usually when I go to these interviews that I've been going to, I'm going to interviews now where there's more than one person. There's like two people or it's a panel interview. I am not a fan of that at all. I don't understand why I'm interviewing with 500 people. I'm exaggerating, but you get what I'm saying. I don't understand why I'm interviewing with a panel of people for a job. And back in the day, you only had to sit down with you and one other person, manager, supervisor, or something like that, HR, and have your sit down interview with them in person, and that'll be the determining factor on if you get the job or not. Nowadays, doesn't seem to be the case. Nowadays, they want you to sit down in front of a panel of 2 or more people and discuss possible employment. Now, some of you may be thinking, Well, it's probably something you got going on. You probably got a background or something like that. I don't have any criminal record whatsoever. I've stopped doing narcotics, and the only narcotics I've done was marijuana. I stopped that over 3 or 4 months ago. So I haven't been on any narcotics for about 4 or 5 months straight. Yet I still can't find a job with no background and no drugs in my system at all. Education wise, I've went to trade school. I've been working jobs, a lot of temp jobs, for over 20 something years of my life. Like as I said before, I'm 30 something years old now. I've been working jobs since I was out of Job Corps in my early 20s. Early 20s. And I'm just seeing how much of a struggle it's becoming at this point. Regardless of the fact, I'm still trying to keep my head held high of all these factors. But as I've said before, I feel like somebody's working bad juju on me or something. They got a voodoo doll or something of me. And they trying to work magic, or they speaking out bullshit against my existence. They want me to fail. They don't want to see me prosper, man. Nothing is going to slow down my determination in regards to what I'm trying to strive for. Whether I have a job or not, as long as I have a cellular device of some capacity, I'm going to dish out a YouTube video. But who to say that, to say this, I'm not at a point where I have 1,000 subscribers or nothing like that yet. I do have an influx of viewers and an influx of subscribers, but I'm not nowhere near where I want to be. I am not monetized. Let me repeat that. I am not monetized, so I'm not getting paid for no video I make in regard to uploading it on YouTube or my TikTok. In regards to that, if you're watching this video, feel free to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, feel free to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're trying to support me in any shape, form, or fashion. I don't ask for no money or anything like that, but the viewership and the subscriber count does help toward me reaching my goal, which is eventually to become monetized and get paid for just releasing videos talking about said topics. That would go a long way alone in itself without giving me a red cent. But currently, I am not monetized and I'm not getting paid for any content that I make. That's the end goal. I just recently became a YouTuber within the last maybe month or so and a half. And I've just got into the dynamic of dropping a video, about at least one video, sometimes two a day, depending on what's going on in said day, week, etc. But as I said, I am not at a point where I'm making any money off these vids at all. So I have no income right now. There's hardly any jobs available. Am I still applying to positions? Of course. I'm never going to stop applying to jobs, regardless of the fact. But it starts to weigh on my self-esteem and certain things like that when I see no matter what effort I put into something, it bears no fruit. Multiple interviews, I'm sitting in front of people laughing, smiling, having a great interview. Then I get home, look at my damn email, and before the people tell me, you'll hear something from us next week, a day later I'm getting an email in rejection. But the interview went so well, I thought. Even one the last interview I went to, the lady was like, "I like him. Oh, he did a real good interview," and then I get a rejection email the next day. So people are just blatantly saying anything to make you feel good in front of you at this point. I'm starting to realize that, and they'll reject you quicker than as quick as they smile in your damn face. They smiling in your face whole time. They don't give a damn about your ass. And I'm starting to see that and notice that more and more in life now. Because at these interviews I done went to, I'm thinking that, oh, this might have been a productive interview. This might be a good position that I might be able, I'm secured. But said interview goes according, but then falls flat on his face once I get that email. And some of these jobs I'm having to walk. I have no transit right now. I'm having to walk to these interviews. Hours away, 2 hours away, just to go to the interview. Then get there, interview, then get rejected. You have no idea what that does to me. It makes me say, fuck this system, fuck these jobs, fuck these people, fuck everything. These people have no idea what I go through for these positions and for these jobs just to spit on me. And as an employee working for a lot of these companies, I felt the same way while I was employed with a lot of these jobs. They don't give a fuck about you while you under their employment regardless. You don't even have to be a person interviewing with them. Because if you're working for some of these places, you could tell that they don't give a damn about you either. And it don't take much. Several of these companies, as they say, blood, sweat, and tears I've shed for them. Just for them not to give a rat's ass about my feelings and what I'm going through as a human being and get treated as less than such. I have no problem with AI taking over these jobs. Let me say that again. I have no problem with AI taking over these positions because working for another human in a company in a corporate setting or any of that, it does nothing for you if you don't get treated. If you get treated as less than such. Which I'm starting to see now more than I'm used to seeing. These companies don't give a damn. You another person that's coming in for a job position that a million other suckers are applying for. And if your skill set or there's something about you that they don't want or they don't like, it don't matter what you put forth effort-wise, they're gonna go with the next person. It's a song and dance that I've got so familiar with and so it's so monotonous. I'm just at the point now where I don't give a damn. I'm ready to crash out. You got that right. I'm ready to crash out now. I have a thing on me that I keep on me at all times in case somebody tries me. And I keep that bad fella close. And even though I'm, a person, like I said, I don't have a criminal record, I don't have a criminal history, nothing of the sort. When you are put in a situation where you have to survive, you have to get through what you're going through, and you have no support system, nobody that you can fall back on, nobody to help you. Let me ask you this. What other choice do you got? I only have a few more months in my current living situation, currently. Not long at all. As we know, time is speeding up. Months is going by quick as days now. And I'm seeing it. I looked up, it was my birthday in July. Now all of a sudden, it's September, and now September is almost over. It's finna be October. The friendly, nice me is left a long time ago. Once I start doing a lot of cutting off of people, so was my naivete, docile, naive self. It left as well. Now I'm more assertive, I'm more dominant. I'm more aggressive in my pursuit of what I'm trying to build. And I'm becoming increasingly frustrated as the days go by with how things are going with my search. I've been doing a lot to try to stay afloat as far as maintain my current self, but as I said before, things are becoming increasingly difficult as the days and weeks go and months go by. I'm not sure what the future holds, but I know I'm not going to continue to go through this just because the system wants me to go through it. Once you back an animal into a corner and it's forced to do something it has to do to protect itself, to keep itself safe, and to survive, it's going to do exactly that. And right now I'm in a corner and I'm finna bare my fangs and attack. And I don't know who's going to get attacked, but I'm definitely finna attack a lot of things if it have to be that. As I said before, I'm not a criminal. I don't have any criminal record at all. But with things becoming increasingly difficult in the world, unable to find a job, going to pointless ass interviews day in and day out, walking 2-something hours to and back from them just to get rejected, for people smiling in my face one day telling me, oh, you might hear something back, and then getting an email saying we appreciate you, but we've decided to go against hiring you. It's becoming extremely frustrating. And pretty soon, these same jobs that are denying me, who knows, I might be robbing people, going across somebody's head that works for these companies. Not because I want to, but because I have no choice. I have to survive. And these continuous denials are becoming increasingly frustrating, increasingly angering. What the hell do I have to do? I'm not a damn woman out here. I'm not finna make it OnlyFans and sell my body or do no weird shit. But if I have to, I will go across somebody's head. And even knowing that, I know what the consequences and repercussions of doing that would be. I go to jail, I get caught, I do time. But at this point, it's starting to seem less and less like a consequence and just a necessary thing to have to do. It's starting to seem like something that I'm just gonna have to swallow and my pride and just go out here and just do it. As things become increasingly difficult, as these jobs continue to deny me, regardless of what I got going on with my life as far as positive or feeling like I have the skills necessary to do said job, they still deny me. So maybe I should just go across somebody's head with the pipe. Maybe I should go do a robbery. Maybe I should run up in a bank. Maybe I should run up in a store. Maybe I should do a home invasion. Maybe I should just crash out on this world that don't give a fuck about me and wanted me to crash out way before I made it into my early 30s. I believe in transparency, especially being a content creator. I don't want people to think, I'm some kind of villain or some kind of evil person. I'm a very upstanding citizen in society. I always have been. But this system wasn't designed for people like me. And people like me that find out the truth, and the system knows I know the truth. The people that's at the top know I know. It's gonna do whatever to try to hold people like me back, as well as the people that I've met and encountered in my own personal life, primarily family, who don't want me to make it and want to wait and pray on my downfall every single day. that I don't achieve the dreams and the goals and the aspirations that I have. Because I know there are several people that I'm related to, unfortunately, that I want to see me fail, want to see me down and out. Do I want the same for them? No, I don't really care what they got going on. But I know there's some that want me to fail. And I feel like all of this I'm going through is because of said reasons. People want to see me fail. I'm going through hard times. The economy is at a low. All of this stuff, I feel like it's all encompassed in together. I'm ready to crash out. Things is getting rough. Things is getting tough, and I'm headed to a crossroads with it. I'm tired. I am sick and I'm tired of getting up, doing this same routine, trying to find a job, jobs denying me, getting up, going to these interviews, thinking the interview went well, just to get denied. What the fuck is it all for? I don't have anybody I can trust just to take me to these damn interviews. I'm walking 2-3 hours to get to them. People won't even drive an hour. And it's not because I want to walk 2-3 hours, but I'm trying to show I'm willing to do what's necessary. And it seems like I'm going to have to do something that I don't want to do to show I'm willing to do what's necessary to continue to survive. When people are pushed into a corner, they'll do whatever. And I'll be damned. I'm getting pushed in that motherfucker to no escape. So now I'm finna do something to somebody I ain't got no business to doing. I would hope it doesn't come to that, but as I said, being transparent about it, it don't seem like it's much of an option left. I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's no public transit. There's nobody I can depend on, family or otherwise. And pretty soon, I'm gonna be homeless on the street. And even when I even did something as far as test the homeless thing out. I made a sign and went out here pretending to be homeless, even though I wasn't yet, just to see how it would go. I didn't make nothing but about $15. I was on the street for over 5 hours. When I got home, it was dark and raining. When I left, it was bright and sunny like it is now. And I made 15 bucks. That was it. For over 5-something hours of being out there in a high traffic area with a sign saying I'm homeless. I'm getting backed into a corner. And if I continue to be in this corner, somebody's gonna get backed into one. And it's just that simple. Possible crash out, even though I don't want to. Tito 79.